Hi guys, I know many of you guys are interested in knowing what kind of pen models are most useful for our movie erase. So today I have some suggestions for you and a little bit of explanation for you guys. So we actually have included some examples or some suggested pens during the backer survey period, which backers were able to add. And one of those examples would be this Unipin Fine Line series, which we have included 0.5 model and also 0.05 model. So they can be easily written on a movie erase. And also with our microfiber cloth, they can be easily erased just like that. Yup. And also we have a thinner model, but this is actually 0.2. We only include 0.5 and 0.05, although I don't have the 0.05 model right here, but I can just demonstrate the usage of a thinner a pen with a thinner tip, so you can write something very small. Yup, so you can easily write something very small. And also you can also easily erase it just like that. Okay, so I know some of you guys are very interested in using your own pens at home. You can also do that, but you will have to have some trial and errors, because some of the pen, although they are saying they are water-based pigment, but then sometimes there will be oil-based pigment mixed within, so you might need to have some trial and error. And then also, if you use a pen with a very thin tip, if you write on a very tilted position, the ink might not be able to build on, so that you might need to adjust the angle a bit, maybe more straight, to write on the movie erase surface. So another pen I'll suggest is this brand. I think it's a very prominent brand. Those kind of highlighters, they can be also written on movie erase for your drawing and your own ideas, just like that. So just remember to use our microfiber cloth for erasing, because if you use a normal tissue paper, so what's the difference between a normal tissue paper and our microfiber cloth is that for microfiber cloth, the intensity for those fibers are is more intense. That's why it can easily grab those inks. Now let me draw from the example. Because for normal tissue paper, you mostly use them on skin. They're more soft, just like that. The surface is like that. But for the microfiber cloth, the surface is something like that. Okay? It is more intense. Okay? That's why the ability for it to capture those ink would be better. While for those tissue, the ability for it to capture for it to capture those ink might not be that easy. That's why sometimes if you use normal tissue paper to clean those ink, you're just pushing it around to make it look more messy. But then if you use a microfiber cloth, you can easily erase, because it will capture those ink from the surface, just like that, as you can see right here. So after just few moving around, the ink can be easily captured from the surface. That's the difference between our microfiber cloth and the normal tissue paper. So before you go, I wanna shamelessly promote our normal version of movers. So if you guys find our mover erase useful, so why don't you consider obtaining our normal movers. Those are delicately designed, which I actually have a mover pad on hand. One moment please. Let me remove those movers which I have written things down, so you guys won't know what I'm doing actually. Yes, just for my privacy reason. Yes, these are the normal movers which we have on our first time campaign. So the mover erase is actually a second generation of movers, and it's delicately designed because, as you can see right here, you can easily form a beautiful square with our first generation of movers, and the size is the same as mover erase. That's why you can write ideas just like that. If you are maybe you have a proposal to submit for your boss, or what kind of ideas or plans you have, you can just like a school project. You can easily break down the ideas. Maybe part 1, part 2, part 3. So you can easily break your school project to 3 parts, and for part 1 you can maybe assign some people do it, and also for mover erase you can put it aside, because sometimes you have some ideas you wanna just have some easy brainstorming, and you can easily erase it. So you can have your own little picture within your mind and in front of you, so it will be more easier for you to plan things out. I also want to address some of your questions, because many of you guys sometimes ask why do we prefer a tactile way of using brainstorming or visualizing ideas. Because I actually have a story to share. One time my father always forget to do something. I think one time he wanted to call, is it lawyer or very very important thing, but then he always forget to do so. That's why I just write call lawyer on a mover, and then I give this piece of mover to him so that he won't able to forget it, because sometimes when things are presented in a more tactile way, the sense of presence of this task is more important, or how do I say it? It's more accessible for you guys, because when it's tactile, when it's physical, you can just grab it and put it in front of you, compared to when you use a phone, you need to turn it on, just press a button or that kind of stuff. Or also, if you put on a phone, you can easily swipe out those notifications. That's why we prefer tactile ways of organizing. Also, with the magnetic feature, you can easily adjust it just like that. Put it in a vertical way or also a horizontal way. So your ideas can be easily visualized. You can put this on, maybe it belongs to part 1, it belongs to part 3, or it belongs to part it's irrelevant, you can just put it here. So I believe our brand has debuted for a year, I believe so, a year and a half. So many backers already have our first generation of movers. So I hope they are enjoying using movers, and also I hope you guys will receive the mover erase and fall in love with it, and hopefully it will boost your productivity, but in the long term it helps you become a happier person, because you take ideas off mind and don't let things to trouble you, don't let the troubling things to stay on your mind too long. That's the only way to become happy, right? So I hope these two can help you and can provide value to you. Thank you.